Hi, I'm Al Pacino. Say hello to my little friend. Welcome to Story Time with Iron Horse Garage.
Lava lamp, 4-speed. Lava lamp on the 4-speed. We got this lava lamp from Brant over at Jaws B&C Performance. So if you haven't checked out his channel, go check it out. He's got some really cool stuff, working on a 57 Chevy, a big old blower on it. And we want to say thank you to Brant for sending that thing over, and glad to be part of the club.
We're also working on a custom way to integrate a 4-speed and a lava lamp together to have a lava lamp 4-speed.
Now, as you can see, our lava lamp is currently not lava-ing because we just plugged this bad boy in, so we thought we gave it enough time, but it ain't going yet.
Apparently it takes 2 hours for this thing to start lavaing or something.
But it is a cool lamp. So I was talking to Johnny Mopar over at his channel, and if you haven't checked out Johnny Mopar, check out Johnny Mopar's channel. He's got some really cool stuff. So I found out that he used to be the owner of the General Mayhem. If you guys don't know what that is, you're in the wrong place. This is car stuff. I told Johnny Mopar that if he wanted to tell his story about the General Mayhem, that we would tell our story too. So, surprisingly, he said, let's do it. And he put out a video talking about his story on the one that got away. So that's what this is, about cars that got away.
Johnny Mopar has challenged us to a The One That Got Away challenge.
Actually, we challenged him, and then he challenged us back.
It was a triple agent challenge.
It was a challenge of a challenge to be challenged of the challenger.
So somebody got challenged somewhere.
This story time is called The One That Got Away. But it's going to be a triple hitter. Since we've been challenged, we're going to do this good and do it 3 times as good. So, my story is, probably in 2004 or 2005, I had the opportunity to buy a 1970 Barracuda 383 big block. Ran and drove, and I had a choice, so I found that car for sale. A buddy of mine found it for sale, and that car, the guy wanted $1,500 for the car. The bad news is I had the cash in my pocket, but I was actually going to buy an engine from a buddy of mine's dad, and which was actually a 383 HP out of a 68 Roadrunner. So I could buy the engine for $1,200 for my 66 Barracuda, which is what I kind of already agreed with him to do, and came with a built transmission. And it was either buy the engine and transmission for my 66 Barracuda or buy the 70 Barracuda that ran and drove with a 383 for $1,500. Well, I bought the engine.
Bad decision.
So that car still haunts my dreams at night. So my story isn't great and grand like Johnny Mopar's story. It's not about a famous car or anything like that, but that's my one that got away story. And Al Pacino here has his own story.
Let me lay it out for you. It was the summer of 1904. My brother, who happened to come across a 1971 72, he's right, 1972 Dodge Demon, which I then got from him for $800. Played around with the car for a year or two, traded it to a guy who eventually parted the thing out for other demons, and kind of a shame. It was actually Pretty nice car. Should have kept it. Probably would have been worth a lot of money. A lot of money.
There's actually a picture of that car
Yep.
on our Instagram site.
Yeah, there is. Yep.
So you can look at that. It's the green Demon that's on there, 72 Demon. It's not a very good picture, but that's what we had. But so his brother, my cousin, bought the car for all the money that he had in his pocket, which was like $949, I believe. And yep, and then they ended up working a deal, and he ended up with it. So, and now I do have one that got away story. It was probably pretty close to 15 years ago, so I don't know, do the math on that. But my dad lives in Washington, in the Seattle area, and he ended up buying getting a hold, I think he got it for free maybe, 67 Dodge Dart. And I paid him $300 for the car. It wasn't anything special. It was actually a red with a black vinyl top. It was a 273 automatic car. So I gave him the 300 bucks, drove up to Washington and hauled it back down. And it needed rear quarters done and stuff like that. So a guy had already, looked like they attempted to patch the quarters and did kind of a crappy job. And a buddy of mine, D, gave me the quarter panels for it, just gave them to me. And so I had the quarter panels and everything to do the job right, and kind of just lost interest in doing the car. So I put it up for sale, but I listed it, I think, for $1,500. And a guy came and picked it up, and we ended up settling, I think, on 1,200 bucks. And so that's the last I seen of the car. Well, the interesting thing about that car, and I didn't think nothing of it at the time, is that there was a little badge on the front fenders that said 273 4-barrel. Nothing special, it's a 273. Well, a few years after I sold the car, I was reading Mopar Muscle magazine, and there was a picture of a car that looked exactly like that one. It wasn't that car, it was one like it. And then the guy also had a close-up picture of that fender tag that said 273 4-barrel. And under that picture it said this was the whole reason I bought the car. And so as I read on, what I discovered was that in 1967 they only made 25 Dodge Darts with the 273 4-barrel. And I believe all of those were red with black vinyl tops. So yep, basically I had one of the 25 cars and ended up selling it for 1,200 bucks. So if I had to do it over again, I probably would have sold the car anyway, but I would have sold it for a lot more money than $1,200. So I think that's about what we got for story time on the one that got away. Johnny Mopar did his story time on the one that got away, and I believe he challenged Just Mopar Joe. So hopefully Just Mopar Joe responds to that, and we can get his story on something, the one that got away. And then who are we going to challenge?
NZ Mopar.
Glenn, calling you out.
We want to know what happened.
Yep. And if you got time, I know you're very busy right now, I'd like to challenge Arco over at Outlaw Customs. Outlaw Edge is his YouTube channel. So Arco, if you got time and would entertain the motion of this challenge, the one that got away, we'd like to hear your story on that. What about Bad Tree Productions? I'd like to hear Bad Tree Productions, what they got on that. And I believe Duddy's Adventures. I would like to hear about your one that got away, Duddy.
Wild West Garage, we're challenging you as well.
I want to hear about your car that got away. Who else now?
We want to hear about everybody.
Anybody else we didn't mention? Feel free to be part of the challenge and tell us about the one that got away. We're also going to challenge our buddy Daryl, Devin, Donovan, whatever his name is, over at Half Fast Garage. Tell us about the one that got away. We want to hear about it.
It's probably like a push lawnmower.
We'll find out. If he accepts our challenge.
We also are winging it here with a celebrity challenge. Jay Leno's Garage. We challenge you.
Jay Leno, Mr. Leno, Jay, we want to hear about the one that got away. We watch your stuff all the time, so we've known you forever. You might not know us, but why don't you tell us about the one that got away?
I feel like the one that got away, he probably just went and got it.
We'll find out if he accepts this challenge. Jaws at B&C Performance. Brant, we want to hear about your one that got away also. You've been challenged. We also want to challenge The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. We want to hear about the one that got away from you. We know you're a car guy.
Mariah Carey, I'm calling you out. Bill Nye, I know there's an electric car that got away. I know there is.
Sounds like science. Jeff Dunham, the Puppet Man. I know you're a car guy. What do you got to say about the one that got away?
Tim Burton, do you like cars?
Vin Diesel, we want to challenge you. We want to hear about the one that got away. We have heard that you are car sexual, so I believe you're a car guy.
Tim Allen, do you like cars? I know you do. You're challenged. Kevin Hart, you're challenged, little man.
We challenge you, Kevin Hart, because I seen you with Jay Leno, and I know you guys did not take that Bronco off road. But there's got to be one that got away, so we want to hear about it. Robert Redford, we want to challenge you. We want to hear about the one that got away. We seen you driving around in those old movies. Arnold Schwarzenegger, we know you bought a tank.
You know how you have an Austrian tank. Did a helicopter get away?
We want to know what got away from you, Arnold.
And did you get to the chopper?
Adam Sandler, are you a car guy? If you are, we challenge you. Iron Horse Garage, we want to challenge you. Wait,
Wait a minute.
we are Iron Horse Garage. Never mind. Challenge
Sandra Bullock, I'm challenging you.
Sandra, because you were married to Jesse James, who we also challenge. What was the one that got away?
Sandra and Jesse, you guys don't have to come over here, chat with us at the same time.
No, we'll schedule you a different time. So there's no conflict of interest.
Freaking bouncy balls.
Scott Rods, Dave, we want to hear about the one that got away. We're challenging you.
50 Cent, I know you like Bentleys. Ashton Kutcher,
You were driving a Challenger in that one movie where you rammed the gate.
Yeah,
I want to hear about the one that got away.
yeah, the one movie with the gate. That happened.
Yeah.
In the movie. With the gate.
Ben Roethlisberger, we want to hear about your car that got away from you.
Terry Bradshaw,
Kevin, we want to hear about your car.
Steve, Gary,
Bill,
Frederick,
Paul, we want to hear about yours.
11,
7 of 9. Sam Elliott, what was the one that got away from you?
Mary Poppins, we challenge you.
I want to know what car you couldn't pull out of the bag. Tony Hawk, was there a skateboard that you wanted and never were able to nail down? We want to know.
Dave Mira, was there a bicycle maybe that got away? I know that there's some bicycles that got away from you while you were riding them.
VW Jawbreaker, there's got to be something that got away from you. Consider yourself challenged.
Selma Hayek, which one got away from you?
Samuel L. Jackson, there's got to be something that got away from you. You're challenged. Nick Bale, John Freeman, was there a car that got away from you? Let us know.
Dan Cummins, we're challenging you even though he doesn't know who you are.
Aaron Kaufman, we're all friends here. What was the car that got away from you? We should have asked you that when you were driving our race mower. We weren't thinking about it, but we want to know.
You think if we just continue to force our friendship on him, he'll be our friend?
Yes.
I feel like you're right.